Now let us discuss some more numericals based on the topic forfeiture of shares which were originally issued at par. See, till now we have done only one question in which I showed you how to pass the various entries, but there are some different cases also which you might have come across when you solve the full-fledged question. So let's discuss them. Take out illustration number 37 of your book. Aryan, take your book to page number 7.66, illustration number 37, B part. Read the question. B Limited forfeited 500 shares. I am discussing B part first of all. We have forfeited 500 shares of rupees 10 each. Of rupees 10 each. Fully called up. Now these shares are fully called up. Fully called up means that we have called for complete rupee 10 for the non-payment of first call of rupees 2 and final call of rupees 2. What we have not paid for non-payment, what we have not paid or what the shareholder have not paid, first and final call. First call of rupees 2 and final call of rupees 2 that person have not paid. All the shares were reissued at rupees as fully paid up for 8 rupees per share. Now these shares are reissued. We have reissued them at rupees 8 per share fully paid. Now as I told you the meaning of this word fully paid up, it means that you need to compare the reissued value of the share with its original value. So let's discuss. Pass the entry, you know the basic entry. It is share capital account debit. Why? Because we are going to forfeit the shares, so capital will reduce. We are forfeiting 500 shares with the called up capital. We have to multiply and the called up capital is 10. So 500 into 10, that is 5,000. 2 share for the non-payment of first call. So first call we didn't pay. So 500 into 2 is 1,000 for the non-payment of final call. Again 500 into 2 is 1,000. 2 share forfeiture, and this amount represents profit on forfeiture. This amount is profit on forfeiture. So it will be, you just simply balance it, otherwise 5,000 minus 2,000 is 3,000. That's all. You may simply balance it also. This amount is profit on forfeiture. Now after that, what we have done, we have reissued such shares. So pass the entry for reissue. Entry for reissue is bank account debited to share capital. Correct? But now check whether there is discount or profit or premium, whatever. Just check. 8 rupees fully paid up. It means compare 8 with 10. It means the shares whose the value is 10, we have issued it at rupees 8. So we have incurred loss of rupees 2. So that loss will be transferred to share forfeiture. So how many shares we have reissued? They have, it's mentioned in the question that all the shares have been reissued. So 500 into 8. 4,000 will come in bank, 500 into 2, 1,000 will come in the share forfeiture account as it represents the loss, and the total here would be 5,000. Now after that, you know, we have to pass the last entry, and the last entry is share forfeiture account debited to capital reserve. What does this entry mean? This entry signifies that the profit on forfeiture, which is a capital profit, has been transferred to capital reserve. Now check how to calculate. Again you need to make one thing which I told you. First of all check how many shares forfeited. Then write how many shares reissued. See, we have forfeited 500 shares. We have reissued 500 shares. It means forfeited shares, number of forfeited shares are equal to number of reissued shares. Now, what is the profit on forfeiture? This amount represents profit on forfeiture. What is the loss on reissue? This amount indicates the loss on reissue. So how much net amount is left with you? So net profit on forfeiture is 2000, which is equal to 3000 minus 1000. So 2000 will be transferred to capital reserve. So I hope this point is clear. Now move to the next topic. Next topic means the C part of the same question. Till now we have discussed 37B part. Now take out 37C part. Yes students, so now let's discuss the next part, that is 37 question C part. Read it. C Limited forfeited 600 shares of ₹10 each fully called up. It means we have cancelled 600 shares fully called up, okay, for the non-payment of allotment of ₹3. Allotment of ₹3 has not been paid. First call of ₹2. First call of ₹2 has not been paid. Final call of ₹2. And final call has also not been paid. Fine. Then how many shares we have reissued? 400 shares were reissued at the maximum rate of discount allowed by the law. That we'll see later on. First of all, pass the entry for forfeiture. Simple entry is there. Share capital debited to non-payment share allotment to share first call to share final call. 600 shares we have forfeited. So 600 into like the called up capital is 10. So 6000. Non-payment of allotment 600 into 3 1800. 600 into 2 first call 1200. 600 into 2 final call 1200. So what he has paid, it means that person has paid only application. That becomes profit on forfeiture and we are not going to refund. So it is 3 plus 2 5 plus 2 7. It means application must have been for ₹3 only. So 600 into 3 1800. Or you may calculate it like this also, 600 minus all these amounts. That's all. Now how many shares we have reissued? 400. So bank account will be debited. 400 shares we have reissued. Entry is bank account debited to share capital. Now see what is the criteria given to us. It is mentioned that 400 of these shares were reissued as fully paid up at a maximum rate of discount allowed by the law. You remember in the previous audio I told you one thing, that the maximum discount हम कितना दे सकते हैं शेयर्स को रीइश्यू करने पर, जितना प्रीवियसली हमने उस शेयर पर अमाउंट रिसीव किया था. लाइक अब 10 रुपीज़ का शेयर है, 3 रुपीज़ अलॉटमेंट, 2 रुपीज़ फर्स्ट कॉल, 2 रुपीज़ फाइनल कॉल. इट मीन्स एप्लीकेशन 3 रुपीज़ का होगा. एंड व्हाट वी हैव चेक्ड दैट द पर्सन हैज़ नॉट पेड अलॉटमेंट, फर्स्ट कॉल एंड फाइनल कॉल. So what he has paid? He has paid only and only application of ₹3. तो जितना उन्होंने पे किया है हम उतना ही डिस्काउंट दे सकते हैं. It means we can give discount of ₹3 only. So now how to relate it here? Is it means that if the value of share was ₹10 in this question, then we can give discount of only ₹3 to him. It means that shares have been reissued at ₹7. Now if we have given discount of ₹3, so that becomes loss on reissue for us. So that will be debited to share forfeiture account. It is 2800, 2100 is 4000. I hope this point is clear. Now you know what is the last entry. Last entry is share forfeiture account debited to capital reserve. We have to transfer the profit on forfeiture to capital reserve. But how to calculate that profit? I told you we need to make two things here, if you remember. What? First of all, write here number of forfeited shares. Then write number of reissued shares. If I check, number of forfeited shares 600, number of reissued shares only rupees 400. Now here comes the difference. Forfeited shares 600, reissued shares only 400. Fine. Profit on forfeiture 1800. What is the loss on reissue? 1200. Right? You may check. Profit on forfeiture 1800, loss on reissue is 1200. Had it been the previous question, means where number of forfeited shares are equal to number of reissued shares, what would you have done? You would have subtracted 1200 from 1800. यही करते हैं आप लोग. और अब इस क्वेश्चन में आप क्या करेंगे? ये जो प्रॉफिट है 1800 का, ये 600 शेयर्स पर, बट आपने रीइश्यू कितने शेयर्स किए हैं? जस्ट 400. तो आपको प्रॉफिट भी कितने शेयर्स पर पहले निकालना पड़ेगा? 400 शेयर्स पर, ताकि आप इस लॉस ऑन रीइश्यू को सब्ट्रैक्ट कर सकें. 600 के प्रॉफिट्स में से आप 400 शेयर्स के लॉस को सब्ट्रैक्ट नहीं कर सकते. एज पर लॉ आप उतना ही प्रॉफिट ट्रांसफर कर सकते हैं कैपिटल रिजर्व में जितने शेयर्स आपने रीइश्यू किए. You have reissued only 400 shares. So first of all, you have to calculate the profit on 400 shares. This 1800 is the profit on 600 shares. So you now use the unitary method. You know, if profit on 600 shares are 1800, then profit on one share is 1800 upon 600. Then for how many shares? You need to calculate profit on 400 shares. So it will be 1800 upon 600 into 400. If you solve, it is coming to 1200. So it means 1200 is the profit on forfeiture on 400 shares, and what is the loss on reissue? 1200. So 1200 minus 1200 is 0. So it means we are not going to transfer any amount to capital reserve. I hope this point is clear. This 1800 is the profit on forfeiture on 600 shares. We have reissued only 400 shares. So first of all, we need to convert this profit on 600 shares into, हमें देखना पड़ेगा कि 400 shares पर कितना profit है. That comes to 1200. अब ये 400 shares का profit है, ये 400 shares का loss. इन दोनों को subtract कर देंगे. अगर कुछ profit बचता है, only that profit will be transferred to capital reserve. Now in this question nothing is left, so share forfeiture to capital reserve is 0, 0. I hope this point is clear. Now pick up the next question, 37 C part. D Limited forfeited 800 shares of rupees 10 each fully called up, on which the holder had paid only application of rupees 3 per share. Now pass the entry. We have forfeited 800 shares. So entry is share capital account debited. 800 shares we have cancelled and they are fully called up. So 800 into 10, 8000, on which the holder has paid only application. What he has paid? He has paid only application to us. It means बाकी उसने कुछ भी नहीं पे किया. He hasn't paid allotment, neither first call nor final call. But I don't know the amount of first call, final call and others, you know, in installments. मुझे उनके amount individually नहीं पता. I know the value of the share is rupees 10, on which the holder has paid only application. But I don't know the amount of the allotment, first and final call. These cases are different. You can't use this amount in this question also. The cases अलग अलग हैं. So when I don't know the amount, so what I'll write? I'll simply write 2 calls in area. I hope my point is clear to you. 10 rupee was the value of share. It is mentioned that the holder has paid only application of rupees 3. Rest of the amount he hasn't paid. But I don't know the amount of the installments. I don't know the amount of allotment, first call and final call. So I'll have to write the word 2 calls in area. So whatever he has paid, that will be transferred to share forfeiture. That is 800 into 3, 2400, and 800 into 7, 5600 will be transferred to calls and area. Now read further. Out of these, 500 shares were reissued. We have reissued 500 shares. So pass the entry. Bank account debited to share capital. We have reissued 500 shares but at rupees 11 per share fully paid up. Now compare again. The value of the share was 10 because the word fully paid up is there. Then you have to compare the value of reissued shares. Reissued at 11, compare it with the original value, that is 10. So 1 rupee is securities premium. So here 500 into 11, 5500. Here 5000. Here 500. Clear? Now we have to transfer the profit to capital reserve. Entry is share forfeiture account debited to capital reserve. Now see how we have to calculate it. First of all, check. Again, make the same thing. Check forfeited shares, reissued shares. Check what is the number of forfeited shares? 800. What is the number of reissued shares? 500. What is the profit on cancellation? Profit on cancellation is 2400. Is there any loss on reissue? No, there is no loss on reissue, rather there is securities premium on reissue, so there is no loss on reissue. But in this case also, I can't transfer the whole profit. मैं ये पूरा profit capital reserve में transfer नहीं कर सकता. So what I have to do? I have to convert. मुझे ये देखना पड़ेगा जितने shares हमने reissue किए हैं उस पर कितना profit. Because as I told you just now, that only that amount of profit can be transferred to capital reserve, which is on the number of 4 reissued shares. Here the number of reissued shares are 500, so you can transfer only that profit to capital reserve which belongs to these 500 shares. This 2400 profit belongs to complete 800 shares. So calculate how much is on 500. Use unitary method. If on 800, let's say I'll solve it here. If on 800 the profit is 2400, so on one share profit will be 2400 upon 800. And you have reissued 500, so calculate it. It is 1500, and there is no loss on reissue, so complete 1500 will be transferred to capital reserve. So I hope this question is clear to you. Make a note of all these points which I am telling you, practice, and then you will be able to solve such questions. Now move to the next question. Thank you. Now let us discuss some more numericals on the basis of the same concept, that is forfeiture of the shares which were originally issued at par. So now let's start. Just take out illustration number 38 on page number 7.67. Let's discuss its B part. Read the question. Y Limited forfeited 300 shares of rupees 10 each. We have forfeited 300 shares. The value is 10 each. And then rupees 7 called up for the non-payment of first call of rupees 2. For non-payment of first call of rupees 2. So first of all we should pass the entry till this point at least. So pass the entry. Share capital account will be debited as we are forfeiting the shares. So our capital will decrease, so we need to debit it. We have cancelled 300 shares, 7 called up. So number of shares forfeited to be multiplied with its called up value, that is 2100. For the non-payment of first call, we haven't paid first call yet. So write to share first call. 300 into 2, that is 600. It means that the company has not called for final call. he has only called first call and the person did not pay like the first call on 300 shares, so we are cancelling his shares. Now it means that application and allotment he has paid, that becomes the profit on cancellation of shares. So we write to share forfeiture. So as now the amount of application and allotment individually is not given to us in the question, so simply you can find out as a balancing figure. 2100 minus 600, that is 1500. So this is the profit on cancellation, but cancellation of 300 shares. Now read further what is given to you. It is mentioned that out of these 100 shares were immediately reissued at ₹6 per share. Now what is written that out of these 100 shares were reissued at 6 per share. Now the word is written 6 per share. The word fully paid up is not written. So in that case, you are going to compare this value at which the shares are reissued with its called up value, that is 7. If the word fully paid is mentioned over here, then you would have compared this ₹6 with the value of the with the actual value of the share, that is ₹10. But the word fully paid up is not there, so you have to compare this ₹6 with the with its called up value only. So pass the entry. Entry will be bank account debited. You have reissued 100 shares at ₹6 only, so it is 600 because 100 into 6. Then called up value was 7. You have reissued at 6 only, so you have incurred a loss. So debit share forfeiture account. So share forfeiture will be debited 100 to share capital 70. Now we have to pass the next entry, that is share forfeiture account debited to capital reserve. So now see how to pass this entry. Again you have to make that small table. Check number of forfeited shares first of all, and then number of reissued shares. Check. Forfeited shares 300, reissued shares 100. Fine. Profit on forfeiture is 1500. Loss on reissue is 100. Now see, if 300 shares are forfeited and if we reissued complete 300 shares, no, अगर हम ऐसा करते, then simply what we should do, we can subtract this 100 from this 1500, and then simply we could transfer 1400 here. But in this case, what we have done, we have forfeited 300 shares, but we have reissued only 100 shares. So in that case, what we have to do, first of all, we have to calculate the profit on forfeiture of 100 shares only. Because in capital reserve only that profit we can transfer. As I already told you, कि जितने shares आप reissue करते हैं, fine, उतने shares पर कितना profit on forfeiture होता है, only that amount you can transfer here. So now, if profit on 300 shares are 1500, so profit on forfeiture of one share is 1500 upon 300. Profit on forfeiture of 100 shares, you can easily find out. It is 500. Now 500 is the profit on forfeiture of 100 shares. But when I reissued the same profits, I incurred a loss of ₹100 also. So 500 minus 100, that is 400. So 400 we are going to transfer to capital reserve. So I hope this point is clear. Now let's move to the next numerical. Yes, again the same question 38 and take out its C part. Read it. Z Limited forfeited 600 shares of rupees 10 each, on which first call of rupees 3 was not received, second call of rupees 2 has yet not called. It means we have forfeited here 600 shares. 600 shares. Value of the share is rupees 10. 2 rupees we haven't called. So our called up capital becomes equal to 8. And we have not paid first call for non-payment. Why am I forfeiting the shares? Because of non-payment of which call? We have not paid first call. For non-payment of first call of rupees 3. So let's pass the entry for forfeiture first of all. Entry would be share capital account will be debited. 600 with the called up capital, that is 8, so 40, 800 for the non-payment of first call. So share first call, so it becomes 600 into 3, 1800, and the amount which we have received becomes profit on cancellation to share forfeiture. 4800 minus 1800, that is 3000. So this becomes profit on cancellation of the shares. Now read the next line. It is mentioned that out of these 200 shares were reissued. Now we have reissued some shares also. So bank account debited. How many we have reissued? 200 shares. As 8 paid up for 7 per share. 8 paid up for 7 per share means the called up value was 8, but we issued it at rupees 7 only. So 200 into 7, that is 1400. You have incurred a loss of rupees 1. So share forfeiture will be debited. 200 into 1, 2. Share capital 1600. Now again you have to pass the last entry, and the last entry is share forfeiture account debited to capital reserve. Again you have to make the same thing. First of all, check how many shares forfeited and how many shares reissued. You have forfeited 600 shares and you have reissued 200 shares. Profit on cancellation of 600 shares are 3000. Loss on reissue of 200 shares are 200. This is the loss. Now as I told you, जितने शेयर्स आप रीइश्यू करते हैं पहले आपने ये देखेंगे कि आपको उतने शेयर्स पर कितना प्रॉफिट होगा. You have not reissued whole 600, rather you have reissued only 200. So if 3000 is the profit on forfeiture of 600 shares, then profit on forfeiture of 200 shares is 1000 rupees. 1000. Loss on reissue is 200. So 800 we are going to transfer to capital reserve. So I hope this point is clear to everyone. So with this topic we have completed. So with this question we have completed the topic, that is